So I came in here today and everything was damp. Everything. I've not had that since I've been using the shed for the Manchery. Don't know what happened, but everything was damp. Just like boxes, my record sleeves. I was like, what? Yeah, so I've not had any real heavy rain since last week, and there's no rain leaked in. I don't know if it's just a bit of a cataclysmic change in temperatures. It is a bit nippy in here today, but it's not half as cold as it's been. Perhaps that temperature shift has just dampened everything. I've got a lot of solid surfaces in here, so it might have been that. Who knows? Anyway, I'm not in here to talk about bloody climate change, you know. Who cares? Joke. I'm in here today just to talk about me getting the Hidden and Stranger Collectibles event back on the road, yeah? So we're coming up to warmer climes, by hook or by crook, you know, at some point, you know, probably all going to be vaccinated whether we like it or not. Get that microchip put in us, get that DNA base on the system, with the Inferno 42 fluid running through our veins. But no doubt, you know, there's going to come a point where humans are going to have to come within at least a foot of each other, or 2 foot or 2 meters, which I'd feel more comfortable about right now. Not to do with COVID, just people's hygiene. But yeah, there's going to come that point where we're going to have to mingle, and I want to be ready. I want to be ready there with an event waiting for them. I don't know if any of you know, well, I'm quite new to this. Past couple of years I've been doing little boutique events, micro events, which are video game based, VHS, movie, anything cinematic, action figures, collectibles, steampunk, guys making models, selling paintings. I even had a guy I've used a couple of times play. You can go sit with him, play a game of Dungeons and Dragons, just a basic dungeon crawl. Brilliant, that's Drew. Hopefully I can muster, rally together the troops again and do another one of these events. I had a bit of a problem with the last one. Basically I relied on word of mouth for traders turning up and got let down massively. So if I do this next one, unfortunately I will have to take some kind of deposit. You know, it's not Comic Con, it's not, you know, in the Love of Horror or whatever it's called. It's not a big event like that. It's a small event. Obviously I'm not going to be charging billions of pounds or anything stupid. You know, it is a fair price, and I'll just need a deposit. All being well, I'm looking to get Fab Cafe again. You know, I got, you know, it's becoming quite well known in there. Well, amongst the small crowd. A lot of people have asked me about it, which is like, oh wow. And I think a good few more of these, and it'll be, you know, a common event. If hopefully Fab Cafe have survived this chaos that's been going on for nearly a year now. So I know they reopened. I was speaking to the guy that was one of the managers there, who, you know, really decent bloke. And I went in, he had all the, you know, distancing in there, and it was like, that must be tough for him because it's not that type of place. It's quite a social place, and it's mainly, you know, go get a beer, have music on. There's loads to look at. It's a fantastic venue. I'm hoping I can get it again because I will do it from there. But let's see. I'll get in touch with my mate who works there and see if we can sort something out, if all being well. So yeah, so that's just a bit of an insight into that. I'll probably post something on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it's at Mike Shed. You know, that's it basically. And I'll probably mention it on here. But again, you know, I'll be looking to get, you know, as many people as I can from any walk of life, or any, you know, I don't want it ending up like the fucking Antiques Roadshow, but I'd like to get a good mix of people. I want music, vinyl, anyone. We can get you in there, and, you know, it's, I want it, I do want it free to the public, but, you know, it's a case of the busier it is, the better it is, and the more diversity of what you can get there. You don't have to come and, you don't have to have a table. If you come in to swap a few things, bring a bag with you with some, you know, they'll charge you for a bag to swap. You arrange to meet someone there, come in, grab a beer, a packet of fucking Ready Salted or something, and sit down, have a chat, meet people, and, you know, swap, trade, you know. uses a meeting point. I don't care. The only thing, if you're trading, I will have to charge. The guys I've used before know the deal anyway, and it's a good crack, you know. So yeah, so that's the Hidden and Stranger collectibles event. You know, somehow it'd been good to have like a Mike Shed in there as well, but you know, I'll be telling 2 stories. It started off as an event. The Mike Shed is Mike Shed, and that's that. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, even if you know someone or you want to do it yourself, just give us a buzz and we'll sort it out. I know it's in Manchester. I was looking to do one in Leeds, but right now, it's sort of better the devil you know. Now, you may not want to commute to Manchester, but I don't know where you live, but if it looks worth it at the time, it might be a good thing, you know, just a bit of a day out. Okay, so that's the Hidden and Strange I talked about. Next up, bought a couple of things. Bought a DVD actually. I just wanted to mention I got this because I've never seen it. It's been going a while. This came out in 2007, and it is Trick or Treat with a potato sack head, pumpkin head, Sam. Which I didn't expect it to be like a not a Tales from the Crypt or anything. Tales from the Crypt creep show, you know, a series of stories, which it was, but they were sort of intertwined into one big story. Quite honest with you, I didn't really think it was as good as I thought it was going to be for what they were raving about. A bit disappointed really, but it was a watch. I had a laugh. Me and my daughter watched it. We had a bit of a laugh. It's like so bad it's good. So that was Trick or Treat. Next up, I didn't order this from the usual guy I get me repros from, but I got this from a guy off Ali, and that is Alien Storm. Now, I've wanted this for a while with a Japanese sleeve. I can't pay that money, so I thought I'd get the next best thing, which is a repro. And again, the print is brilliant. The box is good. It's just that usual flimsy film. You know, spend that little bit more. I'll pay it. We'll pay it. All of us will pay it. Just for a bit better quality, but everything else is really good quality. It even comes with a little manual, which is really well printed. It's even got like a finish on it, so you know, I don't know how they do it, but yeah, really good quality with the Japanese artwork on. Like I say, I would get the original, but you know, nowadays it's just crazy money. It does annoy me when you see on eBay people selling the knockoffs as the original. I've started noticing a lot of that actually. And they're using the box, that they're using the photo shoot from AliExpress and things like that. So yeah, I got this off a different guy, and what did, if you look at the quality of my other ones, you know, it's that hard plastic case like a proper Mega Drive game. You wouldn't know. Print's not as good as a quality Mega Drive, but it is very good. But this, I don't know if you can see the difference. This turned up, and it did piss me off a bit because this was £3 cheaper than any of the other box games online. And if you look at that plastic, you can see on the Alien Storm, it's that sort of, see, it's quite matte, not the gloss. It's a cheap plastic. That hasn't got a long life. These things will last forever. But that, it's not got the longest of lives, that plastic. Really sort of, you can even hear it creaking. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, but for what I paid for it, what do you expect? You get what you pay for, right? Have I not learned that lesson yet? Do you remember that bloody Mega Drive I bought? Eh? 24 hours of fun. On the smallest joypads in the world. So that's Alien Storm. Next up, I bought this, was watching Champion 2D, and he was showing his PS4 collection, and he had Leonos Assault Suit, which I think is an older game, been re-released on the PS4, but it is brilliant. I didn't even know it was out there, and I saw that, and I literally, as soon as I saw it, you know, sorry Champion 2D, I turned you off and went straight onto eBay and bought it, paid 20 quid, and it actually turned up by first class mail the next morning. No word of a lie, it turned up the next morning, didn't have to sign for anything. When I say morning, it was around 12 o'clock. So the guy must have got it in the post. I don't know what time I watched Champion 2D at, but it came the next day with no special delivery. It was unbelievable. I've got a letter going to Teletext Holidays, and it's still at the post office, and that was paid for, signed for. What a joke. But yeah, Assault Suit Lanos, big mech, 2D scroller, shooter, you know, brilliant game, loads of firepower, actually quite difficult actually. I tell you what, that Ikari Warriors was bloody difficult. I don't remember it being that hard, but it was great fun. So yeah, Assault Suit Lanos, Assault Suit Lanos, sorry. Brilliant game, and I'm still, you know, still playing it. Not getting very far. It's quite difficult. Quite peculiar controls as well, because you've got a jetpack, you don't have that much power. You sort of like limited power. It gets you so far. When you really need to just stay in the air and just blast anything that's beneath you, that just doesn't happen. But yeah, no, it's a bit, I'm getting really pissed off with not getting any sort of manual. You're not getting anything. Like I know a few are getting the limited run stuff. Is it limited run? I can't remember what it was now. I've seen you these getting. It comes like booklets and whatnot. Like it looks really nice. But yeah, so that's Assault Suit Lanos. That's really good. And last of all, this is a nostalgia buy. I've not opened it yet because I got it a week ago. This is really damp as well. And I got this, and I've never seen anyone talking about it. I'm not sure if any of you know about it, to be honest with you. And I don't know why I bought it. It's a Spectrum game, and I got that at a car boot for £1. And it's just sat there because I've not got a Spectrum. And then when I thought about this game, I was eBay, bought it, I found it straight away, and it's in a Bug Bite release. And again, I may have just missed it on your YouTubes, but it's a 48K Spectrum game, Glider Rider, and I absolutely loved it. And it was so hard. There's a bit in it where you get your glider. It's dead exciting when you're like, I was like 15 when I played that, 14. And you get your glider and you have to infiltrate like a electricity company. But you go over the railings and then you drop down onto your motorbike and then you're driving around this base. But I couldn't do it. It was like an isometrical. And I just kept crashing into things. It reminded me of another Spectrum game called Agent X. I watched someone do really well on that on YouTube, and it pissed me off because I could not control Agent X to save my life. The bit where you're on the isometrical car thing going down the street and you got to dodge like roadworks, I just kept going straight into it. You know, so I took my Kempston off and started trying to use keys. It was unbeatable. Gave up on that. 2 games I wanted to play and get further on was Glider Rider and Agent X. So I bought this because I am actually toying with the idea of getting a Spectrum. I've got my Commodore 64 one. It's one of these, is it an emulator, a Mini 64? And I was looking at the Veo, is it, the Spectrum one? And I think you can put more games in it. I thought, will you enjoy it more on a Spectrum, seeing the loading screen? I don't know, but I'm going to get a few more games. I'm going to do this slowly. I'm going to coax myself into it. But that is Glider Rider by Bug Bite, and it's you know, 34 years ago, and you know, the guy just said it works. You know, like £3, £4 delivered. But yeah, Glider Rider. Bit nostalgic, that. Very nostalgic. That's still there with Jet Set Willie until further ado. I tell you what, I bought a film a month ago called The Gate. I've been meaning to watch it for years, and I got a copy of it off Music Magpie, and it turned, it was a DVD, and I put it on. I'm never so pissed off in my life. I paid quite a bit of money for it, not loads, but a fair bit for a DVD. And the quality of it was like it was off a VHS. It'd not been remastered. The only difference between that and a VHS was it was on a disc. It was like watching an X-Rental. You could barely make out some of the imagery. Really pissed off. It was in the green cover with the hands coming out of the hole in the garden. But yeah, I was really pissed off with it. I've been meaning to mention that for a while. Yeah, it really annoyed me. So that was from Music Magpie. So I mean, it can be a bit hit and miss. I mean, I can't knock them. because they're cheaper than everyone else. They turn up quick. There's no messing about. And every now and again you take a little hit like that, but yeah, it really cheesed me off that. I wonder if anyone knows why that would be. I thought DVDs, when DVD came out, everything was remastered, or they got their hands on the HD recording, but I don't know. So that's pretty much my pickups, and I've had a little chat about the next Hidden and Stranger event that hopefully materialises, and that's me done. So I've got my camera facing, I'm using my flip screen because again, condensation, just when I turned the other way it was really dark, condensation forming. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, anyway, that's me done. Thanks for joining me at Mike's Shed, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.